everyone, welcome to episode 8 of CouchCast. Big apologies for the missed episodes. The audio, we had some issues with it. But to be fair, we're 2 months in and that's the first time we've had any audio issues or any issues of any sort of kind. So, give us a break. So, joined today or this afternoon, whenever you're listening, over the wonders of Skype, Mr. Magoo.
Hello.
Miss Kate Caroneri.
Good evening.
And Mr. Liam Patton.
What up?
Cool. Right, so we're going to be doing all our usual bits, news, couch life, and then today's topic is adaptations. Are they a good thing? Are they a bad thing? What are our favourite ones? What don't we want touched? And so we'll see how that discussion goes. So moving quickly on to some news. I'm not impressed with this at all. Mr. Magoo, what you got for us?
So the first bit is Sony's announced that they are going to increase the price of the PSN network.
Boo!
Boy.
I mean, this is the first time they've increased it since 2010 when it first launched.
I don't care.
At the moment, it looks like it's only announced in America and Canada. It's going to be about a $10 increase. Sony have said apparently the new pricing reflects the current market conditions while enabling us to continue providing exceptional value to our members.
That's bullshit because isn't PSN the same price as Xbox Live?
I'm not sure on that one.
I think it is. So keeping up with current markets is.
And I must say, Xbox Live get better games than what the PSN network does.
Both these companies are pretty much swimming in more cash than Scrooge McDuck.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Why do they need a price hike?
I mean, I don't mind paying for it. Like, I didn't mind with the 360. I'm doing 360 there, and I don't mind doing the PlayStation because you get the free games. It kind of justifies it. But like, the game quality is like 360. Xbox have had the better quality games than what PlayStation have done lately.
Yeah.
I think in recent memory, we probably had about 3 AAA games from PlayStation, and the rest have all been indie ones. Yeah, like Microsoft seems to be dishing out like AAA games like every month.
Yeah. I know it's strange because obviously the PSN pretty much is the same as Xbox Live now. But if I ever have to play an Xbox Live game, if I have to play an online game, I always go for Xbox. I don't know if that's because back in the day, PSN was shit.
It's a lot. It's leaps and bounds better than what it obviously used to be.
But then again, it used to be free, so you can't expect too much of it. Back when the PS3 was first launched.
I mean, you can't remember. We do still get like 2-3 games free a month. I mean, most of them have been indie games, but there have been some good ones like Rocket League. I got that well over a year ago, and I've easily put my money back into that game, playing that now. I've done a bit into it. Yeah,
my first PSN game live was Outlast.
Yeah.
So thanks for that, Sony.
I think we've had Injustice. We've had
Running Justice.
Saints Row 4, I think.
We also had the Abe's Odyssey remake.
Yeah.
That was free one day.
I love that game.
I mean, some of these indie games are not bad games. It's just, I mean, a lot of them I do download and just, I know I'm not going to play them, but because they're free, I'll take them.
Yeah.
But it's just when you see Microsoft side where, some of them are like major games coming out, it's a bit like, well, I'd rather have a proper AAA game over an indie game any day.
Yeah. So, do you reckon we can expect the price hike in the UK?
Yeah, definitely. I can't see them just raising it in America and Canada and not doing it over here.
No. It seems like the kind of thing that would be a blanket sort of deal, really.
I don't know, really, if I warrant having that anymore, because I don't play online games anymore, really.
Yeah, honestly, I rarely do play online now.
You've got Steam.
Again, it's those free games now. I'm just
Exactly.
Like,
Got Steam.
Steam only costs you what you buy on it.
So it's the same with Xbox. I said, I don't play online. So is it really worth spending? Because I do the monthly ones. I spend, I think it's £11 a month on 2 subscriptions that I never use really to its full potential anyway.
I pay the £15 a month for 3 months.
Yeah. But you can still buy stuff from the PSN, can't you? Without a PS Plus subscription.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
I mean, I think sometimes when they release demos and stuff, that is exclusive to if you've got PlayStation.
I never play demos either.
I've been playing Titanfall this week, so.
We have. We'll get onto that when Couch Life.
But it'd be interesting to see if Microsoft eventually do the same thing.
I imagine they'll turn around, look at Sony, and go, "Oh, look, they're making a few extra bucks. We'll be on that."
I can't imagine. I mean, if it goes up in the UK, it's probably going to do what, saying like £10 up extra a month.
Yeah.
I can't imagine many people are going to just not buy it because of it.
Did you see?
It will turn some people off, but they have so many users that they're still going to use it.
Yeah. Did you see this week, and this is going to be really bad news, because I don't know who said it, and I can't remember where I read it, but I did read it.
Terrible news.
100% I did read it. Someone in Xbox, I think it might have been Phil Spencer actually, who's the head of Xbox.
Verifiable source.
That is true.
It is true. That is Phil. I'm pretty sure it's
damn
him.
true.
And I'm pretty sure it was on Facebook. I can't remember what page I saw it on, but it was something I was flicking through. Phil Spencer said he thinks this is the last ever generation of games consoles.
Yeah, I read that as well.
Thank you. There we go. I just can't remember where I read it from. But Phil Spencer has been quoted saying that.
I don't know if I can see it.
Isn't he the guy from Channel 4?
No, he's the guy from Xbox.
Okay.
The only way I can see them not carrying a console like this is maybe somehow you had a streaming service.
I think what he's trying to get at is PCs.
I just don't know if I can see people buying PCs now, because PCs obviously they're still popular, but I think consoles outweigh PCs nowadays.
Well,
They've got that thing where you can play your PS4 on PCs now, haven't they?
That's
Yeah, they've just announced that this week, so I think it's starting in Europe first, actually, surprisingly.
PS Now, yeah, so that means you can hook up your DualShock 4 to the PC.
So, what happens in terms of like physical hard discs? Everything's going to go digital, and it's all going to be.
Well, that's
it's going to be on. Everything's going to be on one unified platform, or.
Well, I think that was what they were trying to do, Microsoft and Sony, with the current gen. I think they wanted a lot of people to buy things from the network.
Right.
So, but there's always the trouble with trading games in.
Yeah.
Because that's a huge market of people, like us, who
Cash
can't afford.
yeah.
Like today, for example, right? I took 4 games into game. They would have offered me 58 quid. I went, Computer Exchange will give me this much, and they matched it. Got 92 quid.
Yeah.
Now, you can't do that on digital copies of games.
No, you can't. This is true.
I think Sony have said in the past that they would look into you can sell their games back to them, but then
Dear Steam,
I
I have pulled my hair out enough over Europa Universalis 4.
Yeah.
Please take it back.
Yeah. Well, you can get a refund on Steam, can't you?
You can.
But it's only if you've played it for under 2 hours or if the game's under 2 weeks old.
Yeah, you ain't ever getting your money back.
Well, I did. I got that. But, yeah,
What did you send back to Steam? What did you go?
Counter Strike.
Okay.
Again, an online multiplayer game that I was not interested in anymore. So I went, nah. I played it for an hour and a half. Didn't like it. And with Steam, you've got the 2 choices of either doing a refund for cash or put money in your Steam wallet. Obviously, if you do the latter,
that went straight in your Steam wallet, didn't it? Yep.
So if you do the latter, you're more likely to get because
spend.
they're not losing anything, are they? Really,
No.
You're just going to buy something from them.
So what we're saying is that Microsoft and Sony will kind of keep their individual platforms on a PC theoretically, and have a Steam sort of platform on which.
I think maybe not quite yet, but maybe down the line that's maybe one way they could go.
Yeah, because they're not going to like give up. Even if a physical console is a thing of the past, they're not going to give up, like I said, all those animated ducks swimming in gold.
No.
I mean, my biggest problem with buying games on like digital is that it seems silly that they're always either the same price or sometimes more expensive than it is when you buy a disc. They can be more expensive. Sometimes you do get the odd good sale. I bought a couple of games at the PSN sale last month. When it's gone sale, I have, but I've never bought a brand new game out of it.
Oh no!
Because they're usually at least £5 dearer.
And plus as well, I'm still on the school of thought that if anything went wrong, that game's gone.
Yeah.
Well, you can re-download it, but that's a pain in the arse. So I'd rather just have a physical copy of the game.
I think maybe one down the line it will just be a streaming service. But I think we've got a long way off yet.
Yes, yeah. And speaking of new things, Ian, what's new this week?
So there's also been a leaked picture of a PS4 Slim.
It looks lovely.
Which I did see myself.
It looks really, really nice.
It looks nice.
Yeah. I'm not getting it because there's no point. There's no upgrade. It's not an upgrade.
Nah. But I did see it and it does look nice.
Yeah.
So and apparently it's got to come with a new controller as well.
Yeah, no, I did read that.
There's not a lot of difference in it. Apparently it's just got like a new light bar, which is at the top of the touchpad.
Okay.
So you can actually, because at the moment, so when you play the PS4, you can't actually see the colour of the controller unless you look down at the light.
Yeah.
So this way, I think the idea is so you can play the game and you can see the light change while you're just looking at the controller normally.
Now, when PS4 first came out, I remember there was loads of backlash because everyone was moaning that the light bar reflects on their TV. I've never had that problem. Have you?
No, never had that.
Buy a better TV, you idiots.
Yeah.
Or move your
the light
PS4.
bar, like, it hasn't really...
No, it's just a controller.
Oh.
There's a light at the back of the controller.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The light bar hasn't really been used yet. I think that's going to be partly when obviously PlayStation VR comes in. That's partly how it's going to track your movements as well.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's cool touches. Like I can't remember what game it was. There was something I was playing where I was holding a torch or something, and my lightning actually started flashing different colours, like as in fire.
Yeah.
Which sounds kind of cool, but still, I think at the moment it hasn't quite really been utilised. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, I said it looks a nice looking console.
That's the console you should get.
Maybe.
PS4.
Well,
Maybe.
I imagine we'll get more details because obviously Sony got their press conference next week, it's the 8th of September, where we're seeing the Neo, and I imagine they'll announce a bit more information on the Slim as well.
And we'll probably see all that at EXG when we're there.
I imagine we would, yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
CouchCast hits EXG.
Oh yeah.
On
With our brand new tasty t-shirts.
24th
Yes.
September?
Yes.
Yes, 24th
That would be
September.
the one.
Yeah, excellent. Cool, thanks for that, Ian. So we've got, my bit of news is space news, and we've got 2 bits of TV news. So let's go to some TV news with Kate.
Snatch TV show. Don't know why, but they're bringing a Snatch TV show. And Rupert Grint, the Harry Potter alumni, is going to be producing in it and starring in it. Again, don't know why.
Because
No.
everything, and, well, perfect.
What I say?
Perfect for the main topic.
This
Adaptations.
is why I picked my news.
Because-
Specifically. That and there was a slow
When we think of adaptations, we always just go straight away for books to films,
Yep.
games to films, films to games. We don't really think about films to TV because that's a big thing these days.
It is a big
Well,
thing,
totally.
but they're not going down particularly well. They
Some of
did
them.
Minority Report, and I got cancelled after 2 episodes or 3 episodes.
Yeah,
But
and that's a shame because I thought that would have worked.
I really
Yeah.
loved Minority Report. It was
Yeah,
fantastic.
the film was really good.
It
Yeah.
was really good.
And I thought the premise was sort of they could draw that out over a series, like a sci-fi detective show.
That's how I felt about 12 Monkeys, and they fucked that.
Oh,
up.
12
They
Monkeys
did
was
fuck that.
awful. I lasted 4 episodes. I was like,
I think I lasted about the same.
I think it's because there was just so much on TV at the time, and obviously, you know, they're competing with a show like Mr. Robot, and that's a very, very hard show to compete with. It's killing it with ratings. But yeah, that just got panned. I honestly have no idea why they're doing a Snatch TV show. I love the film. It's been 16 years since it was first released.
And we've said this again numerous times on here on CouchCast, is that sometimes they just slap brand names on things to generate an
They
interest.
do.
So it's probably nothing to do with Snatch. It's probably a British gangster drama.
Yeah.
It
And
is.
they've just gone, Snatch!
Well,
It
this
is a
it,
British
wasn't
gangster drama. They are kind of staying true to the film.
So
But,
it's got Turkish and...
no, story-wise, they're kind of sticking true to it from what I've read. It starts filming, I think, in like the next couple of weeks in Manchester.
So apart from Rupert Grint then, who else is going to be in it?
Moreover, who's producing it?
Sony.
Sony.
Sony's doing it. It's
Is Guy Ritchie involved at all?
Guy Ritchie is not involved at all.
Surprise.
But it's being done by
Brett Thompson.
a network that I've never heard before called Crackle.
No.
I've never heard of them, but it's got Dougray Scott on it, and it's got Ed Westwick. Sorry.
Ed Westwick and Dougray Scott.
Dougray Scott is a good actor.
Yeah.
Don't know the
Ed
name.
West
What's he?
is-
He's
recognise
you'd recognise his
Yeah.
face.
Which
I can
one?
Dougray Scott. He's
He's in
in.
Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Don't watch that.
He pops up in. He's
Oh,
like.
right, I'll Google.
He's one of those guys that pops up in everything.
I shall Google a picture of him later on. So, there you go. A Snatch TV show. I'll give the first episode a watch.
Can you imagine? I take it Rupert Grint's going to be doing like the sort of lead Turkish role. Can you imagine that?
No, not considering.
Can you imagine Ron Weasley
No.
being Turkish?
The only thing that man has done that I absolutely would high five him for is kissing Emma Watson. That's it. That's the only thing he's done in his
Yeah,
life.
I can't
I
name
think it's
anything
worth
else.
a high five. That and buying an ice cream van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. Snatch. So, moving on to another TV adaptation. Liam.
Yeah, apparently we're getting a Departed one too.
Now, I've only seen The Departed once. That was when it first came out.
Yeah,
So I don't really remember it very well.
You need to revisit that because
That's definitely one of my top films. I really
Oh,
enjoyed it.
bloody hell. Ian likes the film.
I
I do.
yeah.
Right, Ian, please say more.
Yeah.
Well, so you...
Well, it came out long ago before I had kids and stuff, so I actually used to have time to watch films.
Yeah. obviously won Best Film at 2007
I remember liking
Oscars.
it. I remember liking it. I remember being really good. It's just one of those films that I just never bought it.
I can't remember who was in it.
It was
Leonardo
Ray
DiCaprio.
Winston.
Yeah, well, in a very
Yeah, he was in it, though,
minor
wasn't
role. Yeah,
Ray Winston is credited, isn't it, in part of the film?
yeah. Well, he's French.
Gene Hackman.
No. It's Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, Alec Baldwin.
It's got quite a good cast, really.
Ray Winston.
It's a Scorsese film, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Scorsese.
It's. I'll watch it again. So again, is that just going to be a generic American?
Yeah, pretty much.
FBI show with The Departed slapped on it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's gonna, as with Snatch, it's gonna follow the original story, but kind of update it for a TV show. This time, it's gonna be set in Chicago. A young cop goes undercover.
Where was the film set? New York.
Boston.
Oh, Boston. Okay.
Yeah. And this time it's in Chicago. A young Chicago cop goes undercover in a Latino crime gang, and obviously the Latino crime gang have somebody in the Chicago Police Department. The original movie grossed $290 million off a $90 million budget.
Good.
So Amazon and Warner Brothers have gone, yeah, we need me some of that.
Yeah.
The original movie came out a decade ago now.
I was about to say, it was probably around 2006.
Yeah, and in turn, The Departed, obviously a remake of Infernal Affairs, which was a Hong Kong crime drama from 2002. It's being produced by Vertigo Entertainment and Plan B, which is Brad Pitt's production company.
Oh, okay.
That they do a lot of stuff, but yeah, that's literally all the information we have on it now. I'm sure it'll start picking up speed as and when. I've also got some news about Doug Liman switching sides. I did a news bit a few weeks ago about Doug Liman leaving the Gambit project.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He's done switched sides, has old Doug Liman. He's now in line to direct the Dark Universe for DC and Warner Brothers, which is the working title of the Justice League Dark movie.
Very cool.
Whoosh!
Yep.
Ian, do you have any idea what any of that means?
Some guy left Marvel to go work for DC.
That's what I heard.
Well,
What is Justice Dark Universe?
Justice League Dark is kind of like their supernatural. If we're talking about Marvel having like Doctor Strange, DC have John Constantine, for example.
So this is going to be the second Justice League film.
It's going to be another team up movie,
Right.
but with different characters. Doug
Oh,
Liman.
so it's not got Batman in it.
No. I'll say it's a lot more low key. You're looking more like kind of the Suicide Squad.
Are we talking?
And then you go
DC?
kind of like sea level.
Are we talking DC's version of Guardians then? Really?
A little bit, yeah. Maybe
That's out there, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Doug Liman, as we mentioned before, he directed such films as The Bourne Identity, Edge of Tomorrow, which anyone seen?
Yeah, I saw Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow is pretty good.
That is the one where Tom Cruise keeps reliving.
Yeah.
Emily
I should mention that he also directed Hayden Christensen Vehicle Jumper.
That was a thing.
That was a thing.
That was his first post Star Wars movie.
Yeah, it was, and it tanked. And where is he now?
Dead.
We hope.
Oh, I don't hope he's dead.
married to Rachel Bilson.
I don't hope he's dead.
Yeah, he is married. Yeah, he is married.
he's got a
to
bit
Rachel
of-
I
Bilson.
actually think he, on retrospect, he played Anakin quite well.
Yeah, Anakin.
Yeah.
Just kind of when he started going a bit dark, he was a bit poop.
Lally.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
But back to the Justice League Dark news. You've got,
Caught you a bit.
as I said, Doug Liman recently left the Gambit project in a mutual split between the director and the studio. Gone over to the other side, a film that was originally set to be directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Ooh.
But
Interested.
the production got shelved. He went on to do The Shape of Water. So they've brought Doug Liman in. Scott Rudin is producing. Scott Rudin is an Oscar-winning producer. Won the Oscar for No Country for Old Men. There's also credits such as Ex Machina and The Social Network.
I never saw The Social Network.
Fantastic movie again.
Yeah, it's so good.
I really liked it. And Michael Giglio, who really doesn't have much credit to his name, is going to be writing the script up to this point. Obviously that can change. Plot details are thin at the moment, but As I said, it's a team-up movie consisting of John Constantine, previously played by Keanu Reeves on film, and Matt Ryan in the short-lived TV show.
Not worth mentioning, it was awful.
I don't think it was that bad. It deserved more than one season. Also featuring the team are Swamp Thing.
I imagine he's from a swamp.
Yeah. Do you not remember Swamp Thing? There was a cartoon.
Nah.
No,
vague memory of it.
It was good.
Other characters in the team up are Deadman, Zatanna, and Etrigan the Demon. If Suicide Squad was B list, this is C list. But trust me, Justice League Dark is really quite interesting.
Cool. Well, be looking forward to seeing more about that and actually looking into who the fuck all them people are.
I can lend you some stuff, man.
Because that was just a bunch of noise to me. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, and you're about to talk about Proxima B, which is going to go well over my head. So.
It's not going to go over mine. I'm quite
right. So my bit of news is very exciting if you're a complete utter nerd. So unless you've been living under a rock the last few days, scientists have discovered the closest sort of planet to Earth,
which is
and
Mercury.
No,
Venus.
Venus. No.
Oh yeah,
the closest.
Mercury,
No,
Venus.
the closest planet like Earth.
Oh, okay.
Not the solar system.
Closest Earth-like planet.
That's what I meant. That's what I was looking for. It's a long day. Yeah, so it's in the Proxima Centauri star system, which is it might be its own star system, or it might be part of Alpha Centauri. Yes. Alpha Centauri is the binary system.
Yeah.
So there's two stars. Obviously, Proxima is a tiny little red dwarf star. We don't know if it's part of if they're all gravitationally sort of linked, or if Proxima Centauri is just sort of going past Alpha Centauri.
Right.
We don't know. We'll find out in about 22 million years.
I look forward to that.
Yeah, look forward to that.
Because when
oh man, and I thought waiting for Game of Thrones season 7 was a bitch.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah, so very exciting. So the planet, which has been named Proxima B.
Original.
Well, you know.
I thought these guys at NASA were smart.
What NASA?
Ah. Who named it?
Well, it was. I don't know the scientists, but they were using the European Space Agency telescopes.
Ah.
There's actually nothing to do with NASA for once. I don't think anyway. Unless NASA were involved and they just used our telescopes. I don't know.
I thought they were using the ones in Chile.
It is in Chile, but it's an ESA telescope.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
My apologies.
Most telescopes in the world are either in Chile or Hawaii, just because of how high they are. But they're owned by different sort of country space organisations. So the planet itself is 30% larger than Earth. So it'd be a little bit different walking on it. Not too much.
It would take longer to walk around it.
It would. It would take longer to walk
The
around
artist's
it.
impression of what they thought the planet would look like was pretty cool.
Yeah. So what's quite interesting as well is, do you know what an AU is? If I said to AU,
it's the chemical symbol for
Well,
gold?
It might be the chemical symbol, but it's also
I want to say gold.
It's also what we call. It's how we measure a great distance, and it is the distance between Earth and the Sun, which is 93 million miles. Right.
Okay.
So Proxima B to its parent star is only 5% of that.
I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to work out 5% of 93 million.
Well, 10% obviously is 9.3.
Yeah. So
half of that
again.
it's about 5 something.
Dang.
Did I read? So it only takes 11.5 days to go around the sun.
It takes 11.5 days to orbit the sun, so it's going to be a planet like Venus, where its day is longer than its year.
And isn't it? Even though it's closer to the sun than what ours is, the stars are a lot dimmer, so it doesn't it's not heated as much.
Ian, do you want to carry on with the news?
Check you out with Google.
He is absolutely 100% right. Yeah,
Someone did a read.
because the Proxima Centauri is so dim compared to the sun. Even though it's that much closer, it's nothing.
I'm
'Cause
genuinely
it's-
impressed by Mickey.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of ultraviolet light or something, isn't it? Where it's much closer.
Well, it's a different coloured star. Different coloured stars emit sort of different.
Radiation.
Yeah, and UV and light and stuff. Well done, Ian.
See, I know some stuff.
So it's only it's only 4.2 light years away. If you look at that in miles, it's 25 trillion.
So how long would it take to drive there?
Right, well, if we're talking space probe driving, because
They're talking
I'm not even going to bother to try and work out a car. It's 18 million years.
Okay, and you've got to like kind of like P stops and traffic.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Surely.
So
Drivers as well.
New Horizons, which is the probe we sent to Pluto, at its peak speed was travelling at 52,000 miles per hour. It will take 54,000 years to get there.
Once again, I thought Game of Thrones was a long way away.
Juno, which is the space probe NASA sent to
Spy on
Jupiter.
Jupiter's and his hose.
Yeah, which we covered on CouchCast before. As it was approaching Jupiter to orbit, was travelling at 165,000 miles per hour. So that would take 17,000 years to get there.
Yeah.
But the genius himself, Mr. Stephen Hawking, has backed an idea to build these stupidly thin, light, minute space probes that could get there in 20 years. Because they will travel 20% the speed of light.
Mm.
And then
I read that the other day, but they reckon that if there was like even the smallest miscalculation, that it could get lost on the journey.
Oh, 100%. Well, it's...
If it's something on the way through.
We don't know. Well, we don't know what's out there.
What's out there?
Was it the furthest thing we've ever sent is Voyager? Oh, it's got these two mixed up. I think it's Voyager 1, the space probe, which is just...
Is that the one with the female captain?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes. You can tell Lynn's bored because he's trying to be funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Voyager is this probe we sent out in the 70s. That has just left the sun's influence. So that's entering interstellar space. But that would take about 100,000 years to get to Proxima Centauri, yeah.
Which is about the length of this segment.
Moving on to Couch Life then, because that was fucking pointless. Couch Life, Kate.
I've watched The Burbs, Fifth Element, and Pretty Little Lies. But I love The Burbs. Have you ever seen The Burbs?
No, what's
Tom
the
Hanks,
Tom Hanks.
Corey Feldman,
Nope. Shaking
Princess Leia herself.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher's in it.
Yes, it's
Nope.
It's quite a well-known film.
it is quite well known. It's when Tom Hanks was doing funny films.
Never heard of it.
80s.
Never heard of it, I'm afraid.
About a group of people move into his next door neighbour's house. They're odd. They don't fit in with in the suburbs that they live
Oh, that's why it's called the Burbs, the suburbs.
Yeah.
Suburbs.
Oh, now I get it.
There's an
in.
apostrophe.
Like in a cul-de-sac in America where everyone mows their lawns and has papers delivered to their front door. And turns out they were like killing off people and burying them and burning them up in their boiler thing downstairs.
It's a good movie. It's usually on during Christmas, and after describing what you've just described, I have to question
Why?
why that's usually on around Christmas. But I used to have the same thing with Ghostbusters and Basketball. Basketball always used to be on Channel 4
Yeah.
just before Christmas. That's a Christmassy movie.
It
Yeah.
is a Christmas movie. Nothing says Christmas like people talking about Charlie Sheen
Yeah, true that.
and massive schlongs.
And I've never seen Pretty Little Liars.
I love Pretty Little Lies, so
I don't know, what it is.
it's not going to interest you.
There's some pretty ladies in it, and they do some lying.
Yep.
And it all gets a bit salacious.
Oh.
They
but
sound like stupid.
Yeah.
Salacious.
The Fifth Element is a film we all know about.
And The
Yeah,
Fifth Element is
Element.
a fantastic film that should never be touched by anyone.
Oh, you know that's coming.
No,
One day.
I will sue someone for emotional distress.
I'm actually contemplating. This is a bit of a sort of a spoiler for future episodes. Because I'll be doing my 2020 sci-fi films. Maybe next week.
Maybe next
Yeah,
week.
we'll do next week. We'll start.
Yeah,
That. Yeah,
we haven't had a 2020 in a while.
Yeah, no. 2020 sci-fi next week. Well, part 1. We'll do it into 2 again. I'm contemplating scrapping that film off my list.
Really?
I have
Why?
to say, The Fifth Element, because I was struggling to fit everything in there.
I could understand why it wouldn't make it. It's not.
And The Fifth Element started off quite hard. I'm not going to say where, and then it's gone down and down and down and down. And at the moment,
I mean,
it's going to get the old.
The drip
When
back.
did that film come out?
graphic representation he just scored through his page.
Yeah. What's it say? What's it saying?
So when did that film come out? It must be
97.
90. Yeah. It's a good film.
It's a good
I
film, but is
love
it one of
the
those
film.
films that if it came out now, would we rank it so high still?
No.
No, it wouldn't work now.
No.
It's one of those films
Oh, you look
where
at like Jupiter Ascending. That was kind of similar. I said a lot more serious.
I like people attending.
I actually
You're the only
enjoyed
person
it.
I know who. Well, you two.
I enjoyed it.
I thought it was quite good. Once you get over Channing Tatum,
Yeah, even my
air blading.
even my
Yeah.
stepdad got bored with that.
Yeah.
I think because I had such a low opinion of the film, I went in and watched
Yeah.
it. I was like, it's not as bad as I thought.
No, I thought it was quite decent. You see that one?
No.
Okay.
It's got Mila Kunis in it. That's just enough to sit through it.
Mila Kunis.
Cool.
And Tuppence Middleton.
Right, so me and Ian are sharing with Couch Life again this week. So Liam.
Me. Big week of.
Well, actually,
well, we've shared.
yeah, we've shared. Ian, are you up to date with SummerSlam before we start?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I watched it.
Let's carry on.
Hey, have you seen Raw and or SmackDown?
No, I've seen the results.
Okay, so you kind of know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Big weekend of wrestling that we
Big weekend.
started off enjoying,
Yes.
then got really confused,
Yes.
and then got even more confused on Raw, and then SmackDown actually brought the thing right back up.
Yeah, no, SmackDown was really good.
You watched it, did you?
I did watch it.
Yeah, SmackDown was incredibly good this
Yeah.
week. For how boring it's been the past few weeks, it went and knocked one right out of
And
the park.
that's
this
how
week.
you make new titles.
Yeah,
Not the universal period thing that
yeah,
the Raw bout is.
yeah. But even the SmackDown tag belts look terrible.
I think they look alright.
Do you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Blue and
the
silver.
women's title.
They
Yeah,
look better
yeah,
than
the
Raw.
women's one looks right because it's just
Well,
the Raw one with a blue centerpiece
Exactly.
rather than a red.
Yeah, which is maybe they could have just split the WWE title then, because the women's title is the same, isn't it? It's not got a new name. It's just the women's title.
It's SmackDown Women's title.
Yeah. Why can't they just do that with the WWE World title and Raw and SmackDown? Just have the same belt,
I
and
think.
then, creative juice is flowing.
Whoa!
Then you can have
I got juice all over me.
one match a year, maybe Night of Champions, where they both fight, and then they get the sort of the bragging rights of being the best champion.
Yeah, maybe.
That is better
Yeah,
than
it's too late now.
the abortion and that fucking title is.
As you said last week, they may change the name of it. They've changed the WWE World title
Yeah.
on SmackDown. Changed that name. That was the World Heavyweight title when they unified the belt, and now
Yeah.
it's just the World again. So it's possible. Very much looking forward to seeing what next week brings.
Yes, with the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, for the new Universal Champion.
Now, from what I understand, is they knew Finn was injured during that match at SummerSlam.
He got injured during the match.
Yeah,
You quite
but-
clearly see.
But I'll talk about, so the guys at Gorilla,
Yeah,
they knew he was injured.
Yeah.
Right? What happens to off-the-cuff changes in matches? Why can't they just have Rollins go over?
I don't know. Maybe because it was a big show and they already had things, and they didn't know the extent of the damage.
Yeah.
I'd
Because he
assume.
popped it back in, didn't
Yeah,
he?
you actually see him pop his shoulder back in, and it's kind of gross. I can't. When he hit that barricade, I went, "That's a
So
bad."
was it that one done it? Because I
Yeah.
heard it was the small package driver.
No, because you see him on the barricade, kind
Right.
of messing about with his hand.
So that's
like messing about with his arm to kind of put his shoulder.
so
back
that's
in.
2 workers now that Buckle Bomb's injured.
Yeah,
Now,
and
Sting,
the third.
We
Yeah.
were actually talking about this earlier. How many people
Yeah.
have been injured by Seth
And it's
Rollins
the
in the
third
last
person,
18 months?
third person in total, second person by the Buckle Bomb. Now, Sting, by his own admission, has said it was his fault that he got hurt.
Yeah.
He didn't tuck his chin in properly. But, now it's Finn Balor.
Yeah.
He's
And
getting,
he's still
yes,
having
it was a bit more extreme. It was against the
Barricade.
ringside barricade, yeah. So that move's getting banned.
Yeah, quite. I'd have thought so. It's a shame, really, because it's quite a unique.
Yeah,
kind
it's an impressive
It's
looking
unique.
move.
It's unique to Seth Rollins, isn't it? That
Yeah.
offense.
And
Maybe we'll just start using the small package driver a bit more,
yeah, but I was
provided he doesn't kill anyone with that.
There's only going to be certain people who can do that too, isn't there?
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. It's a shame that he's going to miss 3 to 6 months, because that would have sent him. As I said last week in the SummerSlam predictions thing, that would have sent him
Yes.
stratospheric, and to be cut off that quick is really quite must be gutting. I mean, he had a smile on his face that whole thing, but Jesus.
It must be good, but like I said, I think we said this when we did our prediction show. I think we all agreed that it was a bit early for him to win it.
I
Yeah.
didn't.
No, you didn't.
I called him to win.
But I think this is kind of, it may do him good, because obviously he's won the title when he comes back now.
There's going to be momentum behind him.
Yeah.
Before WrestleMania, won't it? So where will we be in 6 months?
6 months, Rumble.
Rumble. So if he came back at the Rumble, then you can straight away put him into a program for the title then in WrestleMania.
I reckon if he returns as fast as like Rollins and Cena did, the Rumble is the ideal place for him.
What has he actually done?
He has torn the I can't remember the name of the muscle, but in
his shoulder.
In his shoulder.
It's not the rotator cuff, is it?
No, it's not the rotator cuff. It's a different muscle.
Okay.
No, this is a in your shoulder. When you pop your muscle, it's a very very thin muscle that keeps your ball joint in the socket.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that goes, then you need to have surgery on it to repair it. It's usually keyhole.
Which he has already had done, and it's been successful. So hopefully it won't be too long a sideline.
Cool. And then, if it's good, it'll be back in the Rumble.
I'd say that's probably a realistic timeline.
Yeah.
Or just beats up Seth Rollins at the Rumble.
Or just does that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Seth might be champion. All the way to the Rumble. All the way to Mania.
Yeah, he very well could be.
Now, it doesn't cry out WrestleMania main event to me, I'm afraid.
No,
Finn
it doesn't.
Balor versus Seth Rollins.
No, that's because we'll get some part-timers coming and still...
You watch your fucking words you're about to talk about there. If you start badmouthing Mr. Goldberg.
We'll get Bill Goldberg coming, have a 20-minute match.
That match is so happening now. All the press,
no,
they are just calling each other out. And it's ruining the surprise, really.
Who's this?
Goldberg and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Bork, blub, blub.
I'd love to see Goldberg beat the crap out of Lesnar.
And he will, because he is the man.
But the elbow he gave to Orton, that was fucking nasty.
Well, me and Liam were watching that, Ian, because I went all through, because we watched it on the Monday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I went all night without any spoilers, and then I went all day without any spoilers. Then I thought, I can't remember what match it was. I was bored. I think it was
the tag title match, wasn't it?
Was it tag titles? I think so.
Yeah.
So I just went on my phone and I thought, right, I'm not going to flick through Facebook properly because I might see something. So I went on the Independent. I thought, I'm safe on the Independent. all I saw was a picture of Randy Orton, so I shit myself and threw my phone.
Yeah.
So, but I knew then that something had happened. We know now that nothing did happen. It was all a work.
Yeah.
It meant to happen.
Apart from Chris Jericho stood up to Brock Lesnar.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute fucking legend. Put Bill Goldberg on his ass and then tries to fight Brock Lesnar.
That never happened. I don't know where you got that little story from, because that never happens.
Put Bill Goldberg
That never happens.
on his ass.
No, I'm not just saying that as a Goldberg marker. That never happens.
It's in his book, isn't it?
No.
No.
They had a confrontation. But Jericho never punched him. I've read his book, you haven't.
Yeah, I heard he kind of
No, they had an argument.
wrestled him to the floor. Didn't hit him.
They had a very heated argument, but they did not scrap.
Okay.
This is all due to their WCW feud when Goldberg first came in WWE. So we were watching that, Ian, and we were just horrified, weren't we? We thought Brock went too far.
Yeah. Well, I think I think this is it. We had a lot of conversation. There was a conversation online about in the Attitude Era that would have been fine.
Yeah.
But we grew up in the Attitude Era, yet we were shocked by that. Now, is that because that looked legit horrible, or was that because
I think
we've gone so long without a proper bloody match?
I think it's a bit of that, but I think it is Brock Lesnar and his reputation.
Yeah.
Because we've said before, Brock does what he wants.
Yep.
And I thought it was just Brock go wow too far.
Yeah.
And maybe he did, because he was told to cut Orton the hard way.
Yeah, and TKO. It was going to win by TKO.
But I think he did hit him a bit too hard.
It was a big gap.
Jesus.
But then
10 staples.
So then Orton was pictured walking back up the ramp smiling.
Yeah. So it was a work.
Yeah.
It did look nasty.
But again, another disappointing, overly hyped Brock Lesnar match where all he'd done was a few German suplexes.
That's all he ever does.
And that's
to be honest, I didn't actually even watch the match. I got bored, so I just skipped to the end.
Well, I mean, you're not missing much.
No.
Brock,
suplex table.
Yeah.
Oh, that spot looked nasty as well. Where
You said Goldberg.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm predicting what's going to happen in their match. Brock threw Randy Orton into the non-gimmick table.
Yeah.
Oh, that looked like that.
Yeah, but so Brock's not had a good match since
Cena beat him.
No, this Taker ones were quite good.
Yeah.
Before Suplex City.
Yeah.
Or did that develop it? When did he first start doing that?
Well,
that's when he won the title, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the match. That was a SummerSlam match. He beat Cena.
Right.
So that was 2 years ago.
The first Brock taken match at Mania.
Yeah.
That was probably his last best one.
Yeah.
Because all he does now, the reason he does Suplex City is because it's easy for him.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
All he does. German suplex.
Yeah, and belly to bellies.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time.
They didn't even belly to belly in that match. It was all Germans.
I mean,
and a hip toss into the.
I think the trouble with Lesnar now is obviously when they build into this thing as it was a special attraction. You're not going to see him all the time. It's only a few times a year. But we've had that for how many years now? 2 years?
2011 he came back.
4 years, yeah.
So it's not really a thing like you're not going to. We know when we're going to see him now. We know we're going to see him every few months. It's just going to be the same match. So it's kind of like the Spectre is kind of almost over now.
Yeah. But we've sort of morphed into the wrestling show then.
Yeah.
Cool. So what else?
Bob's Burgers season 5.
Cool. Good.
I thought I hadn't seen it, and then I started watching it and realised I'd started it and kind of forgotten about it, which is very unlike me because it's Bob's Burgers and I adore Bob's Burgers. So I'm currently working my way through that again.
Excellent. Right.
Excellent.
Me and Ian have shared some couch life in what we've been playing.
We've been playing Dark Souls 3.
Excellent. Yes. Now, I know that my original plan was to do Dark Souls 1 first, but with life getting in the way, it'll be months until I play Dark Souls 3. I want to play Dark Souls 3, so I thought, fuck it. I played Dark Souls 1 before, I know what I'm doing. And
I've gone the opposite because I haven't played it at all. This is the first one I've gone to. I played Demon Souls, that was the first one I played.
That same sort of thing. Demon Souls is sort of like
yeah.
the intro into this sort of brutal world that Miyazaki has made for us. But no, early impressions, Ian.
I actually really like it. Like, I mean, I have been using a walkthrough, so like it's not. So when I'm playing the game, I'm not really caring about the story because I know I'm not going to get that far into it, and I'm not too worried about trying to discover where I'm going. It's just more the combat that's interesting me.
I'm looking shocked because he just admitted he's using a walkthrough.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I was doing when I was playing, but just because
you've got an excuse because you're not really a games enthusiast.
No,
right?
True that.
What's your excuse?
Well, I have very limited time and actually spend it on games. So a game like that, because obviously the main part of games like that is just the challenging it or fighting. It's just dying and going over and over again, isn't it?
Mickey, you can't see this, but there is the look of sheer detest.
But that's the whole point. That's how Dark Souls works.
I mean, like walkthroughs. I don't mean like how to defeat every boss. It's more which direction to go.
He's got a nun smock on and a bell.
I love how brilliant it is. When you're exploring it, you come up on something. If you read a guide, that's going to ruin it for you.
True. I mean, like I said, I haven't used it the whole way through. I've just used it. Where do I go now? So
Okay. Well, I'm about an hour and 40 minutes in, so I only got it today. Where are you?
So you know the first bonfire in that building? Is it the church or something? Where the locksmith is.
Locksmith.
I think he's probably got further than you then.
How long have you been playing it for, McGee?
Only a couple of hours.
Locksmith?
Yeah, she was not locksmith.
Blacksmith?
Blacksmith, there we go.
Oh, Andre.
Yeah.
Are you a Farling Shrine?
Yeah, so I've gone there and I've travelled to the next bit and I've kind of gone around that area a little bit. That's
well, so you've gone to the High Wall of Lothric.
That's it, yeah.
Okay. I'm at the bonfire after that.
Right, okay.
So I've gone to the first bonfire that I've gone to. What class are you?
A knight.
See, I started as a knight. I played for half hour and I thought, I really like the look of the warrior.
Yeah. Because actually the opposite. I started as a warrior and then went back to change.
Okay. I think it is really cool. It looks like something from Skyrim. It looks like a Nord.
Yeah.
And I love the battle axe. I always use swords in games, so I thought, I'm going to use an axe.
Yeah.
My axe.
Indeed. How did you find, and I can't remember the actual name of the guys, I'll just call him the tutorial boss. How did you find the tutorial boss?
Scary. When he fucking transforms, mate. What the fuck is that about?
Did you fight the crystal lizard?
Yes, I did, yes.
Was that the one in your video?
No, that's the thing we were talking about.
Alright. Yeah,
Did you fight the crystal lizard properly?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
So I didn't.
You pushed him off a cliff.
No, I made him run off a cliff.
That's even worse.
Because one of his attacks, his range attack is he'll go over to a board and he'll roll at you.
Right, okay. Armadillo!
Look, yeah. So I just done that, made him follow me around, got to a certain distance, lined him up, he rolled towards me, I rolled away, he went off the side.
That's one way to do things.
Yeah, that's also a method. Yeah, but I'm really liking it. It's the combat's a lot quicker than Dark Souls 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It's like Bloodborne with a shield, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am enjoying it. Like I said, I think it's kind of put me off because I don't have a lot of time. So instead of spending like ages around trying to look for something or going the wrong way, I've just found it easier to like, right, this is the way I need to go.
Like Dark Souls, we said before we were talking about that shite No Man's Sky, which is shite.
You decided now.
That's got that was one of the games I sold today. Yeah.
Ooh.
We said if you play Dark Souls properly, it can be that sort of game because with the bonfires. So you do something and then you rest at the bonfire. That can take an hour. You go, yeah, I'll do for today.
Yeah, I mean that's the issue. I mean, I usually have like an hour, maybe ish, every couple of days.
Yeah.
So it's just finding the right time. But no, I am enjoying it.
Cool. I watched a very strange film this week. The Lobster.
The Lobster with Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
I loved
Leah
that film.
doing it and Rachel Weisz.
Yeah. I loved that film.
It's-
I thought it was really, really clever.
Have you seen it, Ian? I take it you haven't.
No.
Do you know what it's about?
Nope.
Basically, if you're single for longer than...
If
You've
you're
got
past a
years to
certain
find
age, isn't it?
Is it? I thought, well, they're all the same. They're all different ages, aren't they? They're
Yeah,
all...
so maybe it's for a certain period of time. I've only seen it once.
Maybe it's after a certain age. A bit
Yeah.
like Logan's Run. So when you reach 30... Yeah. So let's just say that then. So when someone's 30 and over, if they're not in a relationship, they have to go to this hotel. Right?
Yep.
To
Run
find
by
someone.
Olivia Colman.
To find a new partner. If they don't, after, is it 40 days?
Yeah, 40 days.
They get turned into an animal of their choice.
And released into the wild.
Yeah.
I think it's a comedy.
No.
It's
No?
it's a dark. It's a
Yeah.
black comedy. It's not a laugh out loud
It's quite funny because
Adam Sandler thing.
this hotel sort of like looks like an idyllic British countryside hotel.
Yeah.
And then when you go into the forest, there's a fucking camel walking around.
Yeah. Because this is it. You get turned into the animal of your choice. So
Yeah.
all the animals you're seeing in the forest are previous occupants of the
Yeah.
hotel who didn't make it and have been turned into the animals.
I liked it.
I liked it. It was completely different to anything I've seen other than Logan's Run, and it's nothing like Logan's Run
nothing.
other than the premise.
Yeah. No, it was really good. I really enjoyed that.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Definitely
And
recommend that.
what series have you been catching up with, Ian?
I've been watching DS9, Star Trek.
Yeah. That was my least favourite Star Trek.
Yeah, it is. I think the reason I started watching it because I like to have like an ongoing series that I watch like when I've got like in the background or when I'm going to bed or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's probably the one that I remember the least as well. So I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And that was the one with the where the captain was the headmaster from American History X.
Yeah, that is the one. Yeah. Yeah, he's alright. He's just... Oh, excuse me, everyone.
Just make sure I know my Voyager from my DS9s.
Voyager is one where they get sent to the Delta Quadrant, which is uncharted space. DS9 is all on that space station.
Yep. Which you knew.
Yeah.
Which you knew.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's Couch Life done. So we're moving on to our main topic then. Adaptations. We've mentioned about that was part of the news.
Yep.
So we're getting a Snatch and Departed adaptation. So generally, we're a fan if they're done properly.
Yeah, if they're done properly.
Yeah.
Examples are few and far between.
Then let's do that then. Let's give some examples of our favourite adaptations.
Well, if we start off with movies,
It's a free ball.
it's oh man,
There ain't no rules here.
there are balls all over the place. If this is the if that's the way you're gonna play it, because as we said before, you've got like books to film, you've got films to TV, you've got video games to film, and it's all over the place. It's like a spider's web of cheap easy money.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Essentially, for
because a film adaptation of a book or a game is a lot easier to make than someone making something up themselves.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
they've got guidelines.
The
Especially,
material's there to work with.
Exactly.
Yeah, source material. I mean, we deride it as like an easy way out, but a lot of the people who you rarely see anything that's really quite obscure, do you? You do see things that have at least a cult following, rather than just some random like dusty Victorian novel by Sir Barnabas Weatherfuff.
Weatherfuff.
Bliff Bloff. You know,
Pulling names out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's always stuff that is kind of has at least a cultural following. If we're going to talk about ones that have been successful first, rather than going straight to the negative.
No, let's start with positive.
Lord of the Rings,
100%.
is the first thing that jumps to mind.
That's everyone's go-to. If you asked pretty much anyone who sort of, I hate you keep using it, but the geek culture. It's the easiest way to describe it, isn't it, really?
Yep. Let's not beat around the bush. That is what it is.
Yeah. You ask any of them sort of people, us or whatever, nerds, what their favourite adaptation is, Lord of the Rings. Now, we're not saying The Hobbit, we are saying Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, even The Hobbit got a lot right.
No, it
didn't get as much right as...
I don't think it deserves to be held up in the same.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
So,
no.
That's why I had to separate them. But 100% Lord of the Rings. What's your favourite Lord of the Rings?
I like Return of the King.
Return of the King's good.
Oh, that's my least favourite, that one.
Ooh, Ian, what's your favourite?
Probably Two Towers.
Two Towers?
Yeah, mine goes in reverse order.
Okay, right, Kate?
Towers.
Towers?
Really enjoyed it. I don't know why. I just enjoyed that one more than I did the rest.
No, there's no wrong answers here. They're all brilliant films.
Helm's Deep.
Yeah, that's Helm's Deep. Yeah,
that is one of the greatest set pieces in movie history.
Mine is The Fellowship.
Yeah,
I love The Fellowship,
which is my least favourite.
I'm very tired of Two Towers Fellowship, but I think Two Towers just beats it just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm definitely of the opinion that Fellowship was my least favourite of it, but I think that was purely just because it was slow in setting everything up. You got a 3-hour film that sets up another 6 hours, you know. They're just like, give me stuff.
But it's one of the best films to set up.
Yeah.
2 parts.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad film. You asked for an opinion.
Yeah, no. And they are good.
I like a climax.
Home of one of my favourite ever characters, Mr. Samwise Gamgee.
Not Frodo Baggins.
No, you can fuck off.
Yeah, Frodo can. Well, yeah. That particular incarnation of Frodo can fuck off.
Useless piece of shit. Fucking...
Elijah.
Yeah.
Not his fault.
Well...
Is it?
It's just a rubbish character.
It is a rubbish character. When
Tolkien's
you compare
fault, and you don't say that often.
Compare it to the brilliance and bravery that is Samwise Gamgee.
And Gimli.
Oh, Gimli. Yeah.
Even though all the comedy was kind of brought in to that film for Gimli to do. But I always find it quite... Jonathan Rhys Davis doing it, it's fine.
Yeah. I always find it quite funny that he was allergic to his prosthetics, really, so that's why he looked all red and puffy for all the time, because he was allergic to it.
But it made him look even more like a dwarf.
Yeah.
He was popping antihistamines like they're Tic Tacs, mate.
Yeah. So another couple of good film adaptations I've got written down, and to me is the best video game adaptation of a film is Silent Hill.
Yeah.
I won't argue with that at all. I love Silent Hill.
I mean, there's a lot of bad ones, and there's only a few good ones, but that is definitely one of the best ones.
There is a lot of bad ones. Anything that you and Bowser has hands on.
To get to the good ones.
God, where do we even begin?
Alone in the Dark,
shit ones.
That shitty film we saw I always get the name of in the cinema.
Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive, was it? Dead or Alive.
Doom.
Street Fighter.
He likes Doom.
Yeah, but he doesn't have an opinion,
I like Doom.
really.
That's my guilty pleasure film.
The only thing that Dead or Alive had going for it was women. That was it.
Wasn't there a Tekken film?
There was a Tekken film. I've watched it. There's also been a...
there was a Street Fighter film.
There was Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat...
Whoa.
Oh, you know that film sucks.
Whoa.
Mortal Kombat.
Whoa.
This is not my Batman glass.
They are making Mortal Kombat though, aren't they?
They're remaking it, but no one should badmouth the Mortal Kombat movie. That film was excellent.
I'll badmouth the movie. I'll never badmouth the games, but I will badmouth the movie.
That movie was brilliant.
Bloody well, like...
Yeah, you like that film, don't you?
Oh, I even like the second one. That's a poor film, but I still like it.
I ain't got that far.
Yeah, calm down, Ian.
Yeah.
Has anyone actually seen the Tekken film?
No, I haven't.
God awful. They even did one that was based just around Ken and Ryu. That was
for Street Fighter?
For Street Fighter. It was on Netflix ages ago. I watched it. It was just the most long-winded film going, and there was like maybe 10 minutes of good footage at the end, and that was it.
That Street Fighter movie.
The problem with...
What did you remember?
We can't even...
Don't you have a story about the Street Fighter movie on DVD? I remember you...
Oh, yeah, I bought it for like £1.50 in Tesco's and used it as a doorstop.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not never left the cellophane wrapping.
No, I remember that. That was in the old house.
Yeah.
Look what I've bought.
The doorstop.
Ah. What are you going to do with that? Not watch it.
Yeah, there was my doorstop in the old house. The problem with making video game fighting games, movies, is generally there's not a lot of plot to it.
Especially platformers like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
Well, Mortal Kombat's got a plot to it. It's very intricate.
Well,
yeah, Mortal Kombat's
not
the
in the
biggest storyline for a fighting game.
Do you remember the Mortal Kombat cartoon?
Yes,
that was
because we've watched it in here.
Yeah.
Do you remember there was a Mortal Kombat live action TV show?
That was good.
I enjoyed
really
that.
good.
What was even
It was a web
better
series, wasn't
was
it?
that web series that they kind of
That's
put
what.
together.
That's what. Yeah. There was in the late '90s on Sky One. There was a Mortal Kombat proper TV show.
Was it Conquest?
Yes, that was it. Mortal Kombat Conquest.
Yeah, that was.
The web series was fantastic.
Yeah.
The episode where Raiden gets institutionalised because they think he's a nutter.
Yeah.
That
was cool. They should have made more of that.
Well, that's what they were going to do for the film. Though.
Yeah.
And then the guy who made the web series, I can't remember his name, he left the project.
Yeah.
And the budget
which is
got
a shame because Baraka.
Yeah.
That episode with Baraka was sick.
Yeah.
For a web series, the visual effects were fantastic.
Yeah.
Which is
very,
very rare.
I wanted to see that in kind of like...
That really did need like some big production company
bigger
budgets.
concept, yeah.
If they'd done that, I think that would probably
which
still be
is the
running
thing,
on
isn't
TV
it?
now.
And another good film adaptation is Contact. With Jodie Foster.
Yes.
I love
Matthew
Contact.
McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. Yeah. Got
There was
gotta do that something draw.
I don't think it was Reddit because she would have been destroyed. But I think it was Yahoo questions. I think someone asked if that was based on real life.
Yeah.
Contact. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't.
Yeah. Reddit would have eaten her alive.
Yes, I don't think it was Reddit. Must have been YouTube.
That sounds like a Yahoo question sort of jobby.
Obviously, we said about films being turned into TV shows. What I was ready to talk about while we were on air is Buffy. That was a film. Got to make
Yes,
a
it
TV
was.
show.
It was a film.
Was it?
Josh Whedon did the film long ago. It was Christy Swanson and Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland, yes.
He had Luke Perry in it as well and David Arquette.
Yep.
Royalties man Luke Perry.
Yep. And former WCW champion David Arquette.
And moving on to
another one.
Literally anything else.
Yeah.
Another one I got was Stargate. That was a film.
That was an awesome film. It's
like
got the main man himself. It's got the Russell in it.
Yeah, the TV show was also fairly good.
Yeah.
And that's for 3 spin-offs? Yeah, 3.
Oh yeah. Atlantis.
Yeah, Atlantis
and
SGU, Stargate Universe with Robert Carlyle.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I never saw that.
That was really, really good.
Stargate for me got boring when they got their ship because then to me it was just a poor man's Star Trek.
Yeah.
That's what Universe kind of was, but it was really a bit darker, but I really liked that one.
Yeah, I didn't watch much of Atlantis either. Big fan of the original Stargate show, SG-1.
But it didn't have Kurt Russell in it.
No, it didn't, but
you know, yeah, it's not the same.
But a film.
Okay, I'm going to throw out one that we should all agree on. Brilliant adaptation of a film, which was before that a book, so it's gone all the way through the 3.
Yeah.
Book, film, TV. Hannibal.
Yep.
Yeah, I've not read the books.
Very, very good.
I've tried reading the books. Unfortunately, Thomas Harris has one of those.
Has he got Stephen King's in
one of those writing styles where his idea is flawless and his fucking narrative is shocking.
Like every other Stephen King book.
Yep, pretty much.
Even if you just read half the book, it's worth reading.
Yeah.
No,
obviously he gave birth to all those characters, so fair play to
Hannibal, I didn't finish season 3.
No.
I gave that up.
You should have done.
I know. I will do.
Yeah.
It
got a lot better once everything stopped being like dreamy.
Yeah.
But even I
do want to watch.
Yeah, Hannibal is definitely worth your time.
So moving on to a video game that does movie adaptation quite well was the Riddick games.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Escape from Butcher's Bay, and the second one, I can't remember what it's called. Something Assault on Dark Athena, maybe.
Maybe let's just make monotonous noises until one of us thinks of it.
I think it was Assault on Dark Athena.
Yeah.
I get confused between.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I get confused between that and it was that because the anime film is called Dark Fury.
That's it, yeah.
So Assault on Dark Athena.
That was also very good. The
anime movie. Oh, fantastic! Yeah. The only thing Vin Diesel should ever do ever is Riddick.
That was on TV the other night, actually. Riddick.
The latest one.
The latest one.
Ah, it's a good film. Very good film.
It's not pitch black, but
Nothing's going to be pitch black.
Nah.
No. Which
I can't think of any other films that made games that were good, to be honest.
there was a couple. I quite enjoyed go back to Middle Earth. I quite enjoyed the Lord of the Rings hack and slash games, the movie one. So you had the Two Towers and you had Return of the King on PS2.
Yeah, I think it's one of them was the first PS2 game I had, I think.
Yeah, they were pretty good. Because they don't, especially for the PS2, they don't do a good job in recapturing the epicness of the battles in that film.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember the Helms. I think it's about Helms Deep. You moved to different sections as the film goes on.
Yeah, so there's like another trifecta that we've just spoken about with Hannibal. Obviously, you had book to film to TV. You've then got book to film to video game.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, so they were really good. What else was there?
Video game,
Yeah,
video game wise.
And we're not talking. So we're going to take Arkham Asylum and put that in the red because that's not based on that.
The Batman Begins video game wasn't too bad.
I remember you playing. Yeah. I really can't think of any.
Because most of them are just like they're chucking quick franchise games.
Yeah,
they never have enough time to do it. It's always got to be done before the film comes out, and it's just rushed.
Wasn't there a Watchmen?
There was. Yes.
There was. Yeah, it's an Xbox Live one. That was quite good.
The End Is Nigh, wasn't it, or something like that?
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I never played it. I love the graphic novel and I love the movie.
It was quite basic.
I never played the video game.
Quite basic combat, but it was one that it was just fun to pick up and play.
Yeah.
That was good.
But yeah, so the fact that nothing's sort of jumping out at me, thinking, "Oh, that was apart from Riddick."
It doesn't tend to happen all too often. You get less
now than you used to.
Yeah, you get less movie tie-ins, video game wise, especially nowadays. You've got like the Avengers Assemble stuff and
a lot of the stuff now. I was listening to this on some other podcasts where they talk about it.
You don't listen to other podcasts.
What do you mean?
What other podcasts?
We just other podcasts.
Market research.
Get out.
Oh.
And they were talking about how there's obviously not as much like middle ground publishers anymore. So you've got the big ones like EA, DICE, and that kind of stuff, and then you've got the smaller independent ones. But you haven't got that middle ground anymore, like THQ and people like that, who did a lot of the game franchise tie-ins.
Yeah. I think they did the Batman Begins one actually.
Yeah, so a lot of the things you see now is a lot of film tie-in ones are usually mobile nowadays.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, the Lego Force Awakens one was pretty good.
Yeah. That's Lego. That's its whole franchise on its own, really.
Yeah, it was based on the film though.
Yeah.
And now moving on to the negative side.
Oh god! Once again, so many negatives.
Adaptations.
I know where to start.
The one that's always on the tip of my tongue is I Am Legend.
Yep, absolutely. Do you want to go into a bit of depth about why it's so shit?
Not really, because it involves me remembering it.
Yeah,
but
you can fondly remember the book
now
instead.
We done this in reverse order.
Yep.
We saw the film first.
Yep.
And then thought, yeah, it's all right. Nothing to write home about, but it was all right.
Your typical Will Smith.
Yeah.
Summer blockbuster vehicle.
And then we read the book a little while later, and went, "What the fuck was that shit we watched?"
It was exactly what you just said. Shit.
Yeah. Awful. Now the book I highly recommend to everyone, even if you're not a big reader. It's only Ian. It's only like 150 pages long, so you can easily do it in an afternoon.
I've done it in long train rides.
Yeah. I'll lend you my copy, Ian.
Okay,
it's somewhere. But the book, it does such a good job. It's sort of it's you can even argue really it's a short story as such. I suppose it's kind of short.
It's a novella.
Yeah, but in those 150 pages, it does such a good job in building this impression of how Robert Neville is, like how depressed he is, the world he lives in, and then the Will Smith films is like.
Here's Will Smith.
Yeah, happy Will.
And some zombies.
Happy Will Smith.
Meant to be vampires.
And his dog, yeah.
Who?
Okay. I don't want to say too much because I really want Ian to read it and go into a sort of a blank slate.
That's fair enough. I'll take the reins here, and once again, going from a book to a film that I loved the book, hated the film was. Well, the film was called The Golden Compass. Over here, the book is known as Northern Lights.
Yeah, I've never read it.
Which is the first part of the His Dark Materials trilogy by Philip Pullman.
Yeah.
While you lot were all reading your Harry Potters and your wizards and your Snape,
Be careful here, because you're getting into very big hipster territory.
I know.
When you're not reading all that, I was reading a book that was written on some toilet paper with a bit of shit by a guy who got molested by a goldfish, and he's called the Goldfish Chronicles.
Did I mention he's vegan?
Yeah.
And he rides a unicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't trying to be. I'm just saying at the time that it was out, I was reading something else, which is probably why I didn't read Harry Potter. Not because of that, but yeah.
And your sister spoiled it for you.
Yeah, I just was reading those at the time, and Harry Potter came out. I was like, no, fuck, I'm reading this. And
Harry Potter was out first.
About the same time.
Harry Potter was 97.
His Dark Material's got to be Northern Lights got to be about that.
Was it?
Yeah, it's quite an old book. So, like the whole trilogy was amazing, and they had plans to make the entire trilogy as films. What we got as a film was just the characters walking around explaining what was going on.
Isn't Ian McShane in that film?
He is.
Yeah.
And Ian McKellen and
Nicole
Eva
Kidman.
Green and Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig and loads of really, really fucking good actors.
Is it the film where they ride the polar bear?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember the trailer.
Yeah.
They spent most of their money getting good actors to make up for the fact they had a
They
film.
had
I
a
thought you
shit
were about to say
script
it.
and a shit director.
I thought he was about to say it. They've done all their money on that polar bear.
They probably did. They probably should just have hired real polar bears and just paid out the parents if it savaged the kid. That would have been quicker. That would have been cheaper.
Yeah, maybe.
But, yeah, no. They had all the right ingredients and somehow it went wrong. You know?
Yeah.
Just like when that happens, like...
But was it true to the source material? Did it follow sort of the narrative?
It did follow it. It just literally followed the narrative as exposition, plot point, plot point. Like one character explained one thing, and then that happened, and then they explained another thing, and then that happened, and everyone went.
Because, as we know, okay, big Potter fan.
I'm a massive Potter fan.
So.
Ron
I
Weasley.
really.
Oh god, here he goes. Here he goes. That's
I'm
not.
tired.
Yeah, that doesn't usually stop you.
If no one understands what that is,
YouTube Potter
We'll put it on the
Puppet
Facebook
Pals.
page.
We'll put it on the Facebook page. Potter Puppet Pals.
There's a specific scene where Dumbledore gets mentioned and he pisses his pants.
I think
It's when he comes up naked. It's.
I think we should put the video on Facebook with a video of Dom's reaction.
Yeah, oh yeah, we totally have to do a live reaction.
Yeah.
That shit's happening.
Alright, okay. Yeah, so moving on from that, Kate, so.
I'm a massive Potter fan. I love the films. I absolutely love the films. But it's hard to say because I really do enjoy the books. But they're two different things. Because obviously the films didn't stick to the books completely. They kind of went off on their own little path a bit. But
generally they've done quite a
Then
good
again, so did Lord of the Rings.
adaptation, didn't they? Because I've seen a few of the Harry Potter films, and is it only the ones that I've seen? I've read in the books though. So what book did I get up to before someone's sister ruined it for me?
Shout out to Hayley.
Shout out to Hayley. The book where Dumbledore dies. What was that book?
Oh,
Spoiler!
It's not a spoiler anymore.
is that the Half-Blood Prince or is that?
Hayley will know.
Yeah, she'll know.
Or is that definitely no,
I'll text her.
Yeah,
No, it's not definitely Hallows.
because that
It
that-
could be
No,
Half-Blood
it's
Prince.
way before. Even I know it's way before Hallows.
Definitely Hallows are the last two films.
But he doesn't.
So it must have
Dumbledore
been
dies
Half-Blood.
before then.
So it must have been Half-Blood Prince then.
I think it's yeah. I don't know,
Yeah.
but quick.
Half-Blood Prince is where everyone thinks that Malfoy is the descendant of Voldemort.
Yeah. But quick little backstory to that thing. Again, the book where Snape dies, I got spoiled for me. Can't remember that. And then when whichever book Dumbledore dies in was coming out, I was like to everyone tells me the ending, I'll kill him because I wasn't going to get it until sort of 2 weeks after when I got paid. So I got it. I was a little way through it. I walk into Liam's old house, walk up the stairs. A certain someone sat there and goes, "You didn't really sad when Dumbledore dies." And
That's not my fault. That's not my
That's
fault.
not your fault.
She's still alive.
I was
That's all
upset.
you need to know.
I was upstairs eating quinoa, reading my
Yeah, exactly.
His Dark Materials
Yeah.
trilogy with
With a monocle.
a monocle and one of those
Smoking jacket
and
and
one
a
of those
cravat.
salt lamps.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was doing that.
And you weren't even you were using Braille because that's how hipster you are.
Yeah. Fucking on my chair.
He was
made of
hipster before
wicker.
hipster was cool.
Yeah. Oh god. If anything, could have been any more of a hipster saying ever. He was hipster before it was cool.
Yeah. Fuck these hipsters, man. I was
Liam's
hipster
ever
before
done
hipster
is
was
like
hipster.
become like in fashion like over the last 10 years.
Undercuts. I did that.
Welcome to the Suckling and Patterson Dick episode of CouchCast.
Get in line!
No, I'm just saying though, but that
Get
is
in
kind
line.
of how it is. Everything that was like fashionable at one point when he was loving it has come back into
I
style.
get beat up for that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, moving. Yeah. So Pot done quite well with its adaptation.
Yeah, rightly so. It was good. I enjoyed it.
I think this is a point worth mentioning. Are we more protective over like properties?
What you're a fan of?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Does that are we right because we love it, or are we is our judgment clouded because judgment clouded because we love it? Debate.
Yeah, perhaps. Maybe that's
In what context,
that's 100% true. With when I first watched the Resident Evil films.
Yeah.
I'm such a huge fan of those games. When I first saw the Resident Evil film, which was
2003, 4.
Yeah, because Slipknot done there.
I know why you plaque me.
You're
soft.
Yeah.
Hoodies.
Yeah.
Kids at school. That was year 11. So yeah, we would have been 16.
Yeah. So when that, so that's true.
2000.
I was in college.
So I loved that franchise, and then when the film came out, I didn't like it at all.
Apart from the kick-ass
Soundtrack. But
Mm.
now I've grown to appreciate them.
Yeah.
In my old age.
In your old age.
In your old age, he says.
In time.
In
and
time.
time heals all wounds.
Yes.
Unless you keep opening it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk quickly. We're not going to bash it this week. We're just going to mention it. Assassin's Creed. That has the potential to be the most. Be careful what I say here, but the most professional video game movie.
Successful?
Not so much successful. I think
No.
in terms of they're going into it in the most serious.
Yeah.
Compared to 99% of the video game films that I've brought out, apart from Silent Hill.
Yeah.
But even that was a bit. It's not a brilliant film.
Nah, it's alright.
But it's the best video game film. So Assassin's Creed, it looks like it's going to be a proper film. Just see what I mean? So it's moving on from the stigma of it's a video game film be shit.
Until Mike Fassbender gets stuck against a wall for 20 minutes.
I'm not going to say anything because I promised not to bash that game.
Yeah.
So
That game.
Do it,
It's
your opinion.
I was explaining a plot point of the movie.
yeah,
Yeah, and all the little bugs from the games happening in the film.
yeah. So that has potential to be maybe the most successful and the best one, or
It does.
it's
Or
going to flop big
because
time.
there's such a big anticipation about the film, and obviously people are going to have their expectations set quite high. I mean, I kind of do because I love the video game so much, and obviously it's a great cast. And I've been watching some of the footage and stuff, and the leap of faith, how they went about doing that the other day. They had Damien Waters, who is a parkour man. He's a gymnast. I think he actually used to compete for Great Britain. Doing the leap of faith, they were doing it from like 70 foot, 90 foot, and then eventually went to the right height that they were doing the actual footage at. And that whole leap of faith looks fantastic. And when it eventually obviously gets done, so you see it in the film, and he's coming off the top of a tower going down, that's going to look fantastic. If they can get all those fantastic visual feats in the game right in the film, yeah, it does have the potential to be
Only two fans of that series. Like if you show the leap of faith to a random on the street, he'll go, "Yeah, that looks alright," but
He just jumped off that building.
exactly.
Yeah.
Ian, what do you reckon this film?
Well, so Assassin's Creed.
yeah.
It's got the potential. So I think this is the trouble with video games making into films. Is obviously we said this before, like a game is usually at least 10, 12 hours, which is usually quite small for a game.
Yeah.
A film is what 2.5 hours average.
Max.
That's a lot to fit into it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times they would be better fitted in TV shows, which we don't really see.
No, there's not really been many TV video game adaptations.
No, but I suppose it's just trying to get the right production company behind it to back it.
I think you'd probably have to have a successful film, and you have to do well, and then that get turned into a TV show.
I think you need the right crew behind it to start with. I think you need the right set of writers, directors, obviously you do need the backing from a big production company to make, you know, that sort of thing happen for the longevity of it, whether you're going 10 episodes or 24 or 23, depending on whatever it is. You need a long time to be able to get all that down. I mean, if they did Minority Report right, even though it's not a game, that could have been a huge success. But that fucked up. But if you used to take, actually, I reckon Riddick would make a good TV series.
Nah, right.
What?
Really?
Nah, Riddick is no.
No, it works.
I think like you said with games, usually a lot of games there's a lot of backstory. It creates its own world, so that you've got a lot of source material to draw on to make it into a bigger runtime.
I can see what you're saying.
You can always go like flashbacks for certain things, and
I think the trouble with video games into films is not only are they don't always say very good to the source material, but they're just not good films. There's not very many films that are like they don't really go to the source material, but they're a good film. Is there really?
No, because like you said, it's all rushed, isn't it?
Like I wouldn't mind if there was. So I put obviously this is going on to a bit later. We said obviously what things you'd like to see made into an adaptation.
No, I think that'd be a good.
And I said Skyrim was one of them.
Skyrim.
I think Skyrim's got a big enough universe and backstory that it doesn't necessarily have to be true to the story. It's got enough lore, so it can be set in that world and still be good.
I think the problem with any fantasy movie is that everyone just goes, it's not Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, definitely true. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I've heard Warcraft meant to actually be surprisingly quite good.
I've heard Warcraft is good for the fans of the game.
Yeah.
In terms of sort of just the people know much about it, I've heard it's quite poor.
I think the trouble with I think I'd rather see a game turn into a film that is more based on that universe as opposed to based on an actual storyline plot in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely maybe not so much Skyrim specifically, but the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's the lore.
Would it work better as a TV show?
The Elder Scrolls.
Or just Skyrim.
No, not well, because it would just be Game of Thrones, really.
That's the trouble. It's
very similar.
Skyrim's going to be drawn into that. Obviously, it's going to be. That's what you think of.
Then again, it's very popular. I was about to mention Vikings.
I love Vikings. Vikings is fucking brilliant.
I mean, other ones I put down which we could thought Bioshock.
Yeah, I could definitely see them doing like an anthology sort of series for each game.
I think it's a lot of the times it's better to be set in that universe and maybe use stuff from it as opposed to drawing straight from the storyline of how a game played out.
Yeah, because I don't know if has anyone seen the animated short movies, the Bioshock ones.
No,
they're pretty cool. They're very like the game. They're very atmospheric, and I could see Bioshock. Once again, this might go back to my bias. Because there's one of the games that I do love.
Yeah.
I could see it whether it's got a big enough following.
Yeah.
Fallout could be a decent
TV
show.
Fallout would just be a generic post-apocalyptic. There's not as much of a plot.
Is it Deus Ex or is it Deus?
Deus Ex.
Video games as well is a lot of the times is what makes them so good. It's the atmosphere as you play it, and you can't translate it into a film. Because that'd just be a generic film. So Fallout, what makes Fallout such a good game is it's the world.
Yeah,
it's the choice.
Yeah, not so much the plot to it, because anyone with 5 minutes of a pen can write that.
Yeah.
Deus Ex, yeah, but there's just so much going on in that game that you'll struggle. You'll need to make 5 films.
I would rather say this is loosely based on this film, the game. Sorry.
TV show again. I don't know, but this is what Liam said. Is I love these franchises.
It's kind of down to your bias, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'd say actually, top of the show, I did play an hour of Deus Ex today. Mankind Divided.
Yeah,
good.
It's good. I was tired, so I kept dying, but it is good.
Excuses.
Well, I have just worked 10 shifts in a row.
True that.
Yeah, so
I'm surprised we haven't had a Halo movie yet.
That was always in the budget, wasn't it? And then what?
There was talk about it.
What film got it instead? Because fucking what was it?
Was that Avatar? Wasn't it?
No, District 9.
District 9.
That's
yeah.
Yeah. Always Shatter Copley.
Because
District 9.
I think it was Del Toro was linked with Halo, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Del Toro's been linked with everything.
I think they wanted far too much money, so the money that whatever production company was in charge of it had to go with District 9 instead.
Yeah.
It took me a while. I had to watch District 9 a couple of times to get into that.
Oh,
There was just
District
so
9's
much.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good film.
I just could not stop laughing every time. What kind of sick fuck do you think I am? I ain't fucking no drums.
Yeah.
Oh dear, but he did. Well, no, he didn't. He got set up.
Yeah.
But maybe he did afterwards. We never got that sequel.
Well, he turned into one, didn't he?
Yeah, you
No, we didn't necessarily, did we? I never saw his latest one, the robot. What was it called?
Oh, Hardcore Henry.
No.
We're talking about
Chappie.
Yeah, Neil Blomkamp. Yeah, I haven't seen Chappie.
I haven't watched it. I didn't want to see it. It looked fucking awful.
Yeah, I'm still going to watch it at some point.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Still Blue Cab. I'll watch anything with already.
Yeah, waiting for Alien 5, mate.
Yeah.
Hurry up. So this kind of leads us on to now what we actually would like to see, because Ian's given us his examples.
Yeah.
I really struggled with this.
I did.
Totally honest.
Yeah, I did write 2 down, but then I thought that's something because I'm just trying to pluck things out of the back of the head. Quite honest, no, I've not got anything.
I was to say, most of the things I've wanted to see go from being books or whatever to something that's happened. I mean, you know, Harry Potter, Pretty Little Lies, that's turning. I actually really enjoyed the Percy Jackson books, and
I've never read the films were alright.
Films were alright, yeah. Good cast of a few of them. Assassin's Creed's happening, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the things I'm looking forward to are adaptations, if I can put it that way.
Oh, American Gods, that's
American
happening.
Gods, which is also been announced to have been snapped up by Amazon Prime over here in the UK.
Quite surprised that Netflix didn't nab it.
Well, see what happens with that. But other things to mention that are coming out, there are adaptations. Stephen King's
Dark Tower.
Yep.
Very much.
With Mr. Elba and Mr. McConaughey.
Yeah.
That could be interesting, even though I can't stand the man's style of writing. The guy has good ideas.
Yep.
BBC are doing their own 6-part adaptation of The Northern Lights.
Oh, okay.
Into a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is meant to be out this Christmas, I believe.
My interest is peaked.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. If I had to pick something, that would be really, really difficult. I mean, most of the things that haven't been made are in the process of being made. Like I said in my news piece, the Justice League Dark movie was something I was quite interested to see. Before that, it was Preacher. Yeah, difficult to say. I mean, in terms of like comic book adaptations, they're all coming.
Every comic book ever in existence will be a film.
The next couple of the last decade and the next couple of decades to come is just going to be full of comic
and
book
even
stuff.
then it's just going to be remakes.
Yeah.
But that's where the money is.
Indeed.
More money.
Right, cool. Well, that's gonna do it because none of us have got things we want to be. I suppose we can do things we don't want to be very quickly. So for me, top of my head, Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear.
Which is always
far too weird.
that game's far too strange. That's always been rumoured to be a film. No, leave it alone.
Yeah, I just don't think it'd work.
It wouldn't work. It'd just be a complete mess.
Yeah,
because they'll try and cram in. They'll try and cram all the weirdness and all the secrets and all the twists into one film, wouldn't they?
Yeah, and I think you'd have to have even Hideo Kojima on board. It still would work, but they wouldn't have him on board either.
No,
they wouldn't.
He's taking a walk.
So that can sort of out. One thing I didn't want them to touch, sort of thinking about it, but obviously now it's happening, is the Splinter Cell film.
Yeah, well,
that's been talked about for years.
Yeah,
well,
but now it's in.
Yeah, well, I think we'll have to see how Creed.
I don't know because
performs.
Tom Hardy's still linked to that, isn't he?
It is still linked, but nothing's been.
Maybe they'll just do what sort of a bit like what DC are doing, is that regardless of result, critics and whatnot, they'll just.
Can Ubisoft afford to do that?
Creed to make money.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed will make its money back. It might not make a lot of money, and it might
break even.
Like Suicide Squad, it might dip after the first couple of weeks, but it will make its money back over the weekends. I would have thought. The next 2 weekends.
Yeah.
It's got quite a huge fan base.
Yeah, but then again, Ubisoft don't have the resources that maybe DC have.
I don't know. Ubisoft's a big company.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of games.
They've got to be one of the top game publishers out there.
100%. They make a lot of games. They make a lot of games quite regularly.
Yeah.
So for this year, no Creed.
Well, no, but we had Rainbow Six.
We did it for
We have the Division.
It's true, but no Creed.
No.
But this is just me being biased. I was looking forward to a Creed game this year.
Yeah. So no Metal Gear for me. Ian?
I know they're making it, but Uncharted, it's not something I want to see.
Again, that's a boy Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
In its fundamental sense.
I mean, I really like the games, I like the story of it, but it just won't work. It'd just be, like I said, a cheap action film.
Yeah.
So, no.
Like a modern day Indiana.
Yeah. But less good.
Yeah, it's totally... nothing is as good as Indiana Jones.
Nothing, no.
Nothing in this world.
No.
Apart from beer, chocolates, and...
Star Wars?
Well, yeah.
Not for me. But that once again goes back to what we were brought up on.
So quickly, after we head.
Oh God, so much I don't want to be made. I would say his Dark Materials trilogy, but I've got faith in the BBC to do it. So, no, difficult.
Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm really struggling here. It doesn't matter what I don't want to see because it's going to get made. Because
that's a great way to make this part of the podcast redundant. Doesn't even matter anyway.
No one's got this far.
Who gives a matter?
Off the top of my head, there's nothing that I don't want to be made because most of the things that I love have either been made or are being made at the moment. So I can't really get disappointed about anything being touched. But I'm sure I'll find something over the next couple of years that'll get me a bit pissy.
Well, especially if American Gods is crap.
If it is crap, I will.
There you go, Sandman. If we talk about Neil Gaiman and things we don't actually want to be made.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too weird. I don't see it trans.
I don't. What's that?
It's to do with elements in terms of like more like the fantastic sort of thing. So you've got dreams. It's all over the place.
What, book or comic book?
It's a comic book.
Oh, okay, right.
The main character is called Dream, and he controls like dreams.
DC, Marvel.
It's DC Vertigo, so it's on the same branding as say Constantine. And,
okay. So it's not the Sandman for Spider-Man.
No.
Right. when you said that's the only thing I can think of.
No.
Yeah, I think it's Sandman from Spider-Man. I used to go back to George of the Jungle.
Yeah. No, it's DC Vertigo.
I thought he was quite good in that film. I thought he was the only saving grace of that film.
What, in Spider-Man 3?
Yeah, the guy
Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The only decent thing about that film was...
I
thought it was quite good.
About that film was Sandman.
It just takes me back to George of the Jungle though, because I just see him being a massive ponce in that, but he was fantastic as Sandman. He really was.
Yeah,
it's a good film, George of the Jungle.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, if we're taking it way back.
Yeah, I like that film.
Watch out for that tree.
Indeed. Right, now, at the top of the show, I should have mentioned, but I forgot, so I'll do it at the last bit of the show.
At least you remembered.
At least I remembered. He had to wait to the end of the show. Big shout out to our main man, Mr. Ludwig.
Yeah.
Because everyone's hoping noticed, we've got professional looking graphics.
And professional looking t-shirts.
Yeah.
To the max.
And that's all thanks to Luddy's hard work. Couldn't thank him enough. It looks brilliant.
Cheers, Wolfie.
Yeah. So a big shout out to him. And that will do us for this week, guys. So you, as always, you can catch us on our Facebook, CouchCast UK, which is also the Twitter handle and Instagram name. And is also the YouTube channel.
The U of the Tube.
Which has things on it.
Which has things and stuff. And we would recommend them.
Yeah.
You got some things, man.
That's some stuff. So we're going to be posting the podcast on there weekly now. If you guys want to check it out on there instead of wherever it is you listen to, SoundCloud or iTunes. And you've got a little snippet of my first play of Dark Souls 3.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's only a quick sort of 15-minute, let's see if this works thing, and it did. So, excellent.
Happy days.
Yes. Success. Right, so every week I dread this. Fucking CouchCast goodbyes. It's just...
Because Mr. McGee's his boy.
To be fair, no one, except for your singing the other week. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's how many... Right, so Ian, bye.
Goodbye.
Hey?
Goodbye.
Oh, that was better.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was alright. Yeah.
Who are you? You a pod person?
Cool.
Now you've got a topic, Kate.
Yeah, now you're pressing
Is
out.
McGee a pod person because tonight he's been smart and given a different goodbye?
Yeah, maybe.
Not that you're not normally smart.
Save it for the blog.
Save it for the blog.
Okay.
Yeah, good night. Have fun. Fuck your girlfriend.
Someone must have had girlfriends.
Oh.
Yeah. Goodbye from Liam.
Good night and good luck out there.
Get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from me, it's goodbye. Dearest guy, bye bye.